Howdy, folks. Welcome to another edition of the Hillbilly Hangout. Now, I think most of you folks are starting to catch on, and y'all are getting a feel for what this show is. It's an interview show where we shine the spotlight on different people here in the MTFO. Well, for today's show, I've got something special cooked up for y'all. That's right, I rounded up one of the rascals who works behind the scenes here in the MTFO. And I'd like to introduce my roommate and my friend, Jeff, the Scribbler Saunders.
Are we rolling? Are we live now? Are we on the air? Oh, okay. I'm fine. Sorry, I'm just a little bit nervous. I'm not usually on this side of the camera.
This guy right here. Yeah, you're doing fine. You're doing fine there, buddy.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Okay. Well, let's get this show on the road. How about it? I know that you've got a couple of big announcements for us, but let's start by letting the folks know who you are and how you got involved here in the face-off.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Well,
that's good.
Like you, I've been a big fan of the movie Trivia Schmodown for, a really, really long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the two of us first met at a live Schmodown event.
Yes, sir. We did. We met at the live Schmodown event in Houston last summer.
Yeah. And that's also where I first learned about the fan leagues, and especially the movie Trivia Face-Off.
Yeah. Now, if I recollect correctly, I think we met up again like a couple months later in New Braunfels, Texas, and you started producing my videos for the Hillbilly Hollers. And you invited me to become your roommate.
Yeah. Whoa. That's not exactly how it happened. Let's just clarify a little bit. I invited you over to film one of your Hillbilly Hollers, and you just never left. You've been squatting here for like 6 months.
Okay. All right. That's enough of your backstory. Let's move on. Other than my shows, what else do you exactly do here in the MTFO?
Okay. That's a good question. Most of the work I do is behind the scenes, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I work pretty closely with the creative team here in the Face-Off. I help to book matches. Hopefully we're booking matches that our viewers find entertaining. I also help out with some of the art and design here in the league. Also help with some of the question writing, and I've helped some of the competitors do promos and that kind of stuff. And also I book your guest for this here show.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, alrighty then. Everyone has a story about how they got in the face-off, and I appreciate you sharing yours with us, Jeff. Now, let's switch gears just a bit, and you are actually here to talk up a couple of things that you're working on in the MTFO. Which one you want to talk about first?
Okay, well, you know what? Let's start with the new matches that I'm doing. So one of the things that we're really trying hard to accomplish in the movie Trivia Face-Off is to create an environment of fun. Now, I don't know about you, but when I go to the movies or to a concert or to a live sports event, I'm paying not just to see that thing. I'm also kind of paying to take a break from all the worrisome worries, that we deal with every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be entertained during that time. So we kind of want to do the same thing here. And we're trying really hard to create ways for people to be able to just sit down, smile, laugh for a bit, ways to have fun, ways to take a break from all of those worries. Now, one of the ways that we've been doing this that's been very successful are the frenzy matches and also the exhibition matches that Jimmy Derry has been putting together.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Those are so much fun, and you ain't got to take them too seriously because they ain't counting for
No,
no
no,
records
yeah,
or nothing. And yeah, they're a blast. I love those.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So I wanted to do something similar to that. So what I came up with is the barroom trivia brawl.
Oh, now that sounds interesting. Can you tell us more?
Yeah, yeah, okay. Well, what I'm hoping it will be is interesting. What I've always been a big fan of is pub trivia, Trivial Pursuit, Jeopardy, basically what I consider trivial trivia. I'm also always have fun having family game night with my kids.
Yeah,
So what I've done is I've taken all of those things and put them together within the world of movie trivia.
interesting.
So this new game is made up of 3 rounds with one overall theme for the entire match. Now, each round is going to have its own category, a very distinct category. And I'm going to warn you, these are not Schmodown categories. For example, you may see a category called Easter Egg MacGuffin. And you can probably deduce what kind of question those are going to be from the name of the category.
Yeah.
But each of these categories will have 5 questions. The 5th question will always be a fun specialty question. And I'm not going to spoil those here. I want y'all to tune in and see what they are. But they're going to be a lot of fun.
Well, oh wow, that does sound like it's going to be a whole lot of fun there, friend. When can we look forward to seeing one of these things? Can you tell us?
Good question. I'm looking to do the first one of these on Saturday, February 1st, around 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And then I'll be doing them every 2 weeks after that on Sundays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time.
Now, I can tell you that our first theme is going to be Parody, the movie. And as of right now, we've got Ryan Payne, Nick Carley, Kevin Moreno, and Malcolm Goldie Lay lined up for the inaugural match. And I can go ahead and announce that your fraction mate, Mark Kameyer, is going to be sitting in and helping me out on the desk for this one. So it should be pretty exciting. And what we're going to do is most of these will be on Sundays, but this first one we're going to do on a Saturday. Well, because there's a little game called the Super Bowl that weekend.
Oh man, that does look fun. I can't wait to check it out. Now, I reckon it's about time to talk about the other thing that you're working on. And, I think I'll probably take the lead on this one. Now, as some of you folks remember, at the end of last year, that there rascal, that there despicable, that there Sandman, John Mariano, he went and called me out and challenged me to a Geestacular match. And y'all remember he even said that we're going to put our hair on the line and make it a hair versus hair match. Well, you folks, I don't do a lot of these matches these days. I do kind of fancy myself more of a manager there in the fraction. But, I can't let a challenge like that stand, especially a challenge that was thrown down to me during my very special anniversary celebrations show for my 25th episode of the Hillbilly Holler. So I accepted that rascal's match, and on the one condition that we could do it for some good. And you know what? You were able to help me put together a very special charity with the match. Oh, yeah, I remember. You came to me right after John had called you out, and you asked if there was a way that we could use this hair versus hair match to do some good. And we immediately thought of the charity I help out with, and after that, everything pretty much came together pretty quickly and pretty easily. Now, for those of you that are watching that don't know about the charity that I help out with, for the past 5 years, I've helped to raise money for the St. Baldrick's Foundation. Now, this is an organization that raises money for the sole purpose of funding childhood cancer research. Um, One of my coworkers often says, it's 2020. Why haven't they cured childhood cancer yet? And that really is a good question. And one of the biggest stumbling blocks has been that the research needed to find those cures is just severely underfunded. And and that's where St. Baldrick's steps in, because they're able to come in and help out with that funding. After the United States government, they're the number one funder of childhood cancer research here in the U.S. And they actually fund research globally also. Now, as of last year, of all of the federal funding that went to cancer research, only 4% went to childhood cancer research specifically. And that's just kind of sad. That if you think about it, that's only 4 pennies out of every dollar spent for cancer research went specifically to help out kids. And they're our future. So, this is something that we really all can help out with. And make it into a better situation. Now, the way St. Baldrick's comes in and raises money is they do these real fun events every year. They're shave events, and they're done on the local level, like they're put together locally across the country, and basically what people do is they sign up to get their heads shaved. And they raise donations by doing that. And by shaving their head, they're showing their support and their solidarity with the kiddos that are going through treatment, and with the kiddos that have already finished up their treatment. And, it's a good way to honor the kiddos that aren't with us anymore. These events, they are super fun, and they're just a joy to go to and be a part of. Now, as I mentioned, they're done at the local level. Advertisement for these events is done word of mouth, kind of like what we're doing right now. And in this way, St. Baldrick's is able to save the money that would normally go into marketing and advertising, and that money that's saved is able to go into more research. So that's one of the ways that they lower their cost, so that more of the money goes to do the good work that it's being raised to do. You know what? You are pretty passionate about this stuff. You got anything else you want to tell us about the matches before we wrap this thing up?
Well, most of your viewers know that you and John Mariano are going to be in this match. Well, I can confirm at this time that we have signed a third competitor from the movie Trivia Face-Off, and it is Ryan the Carmel Mountain Payne. And he's agreed to put, and I ain't afraid to say it, his downright beautiful head of hair on the line for this thing.
Whoa, what, really? Oh man, that is some big news.
Yeah, he's got some great hair. And that's not all, Hillbilly. I can also confirm that Mr. Ken Napzok of the Napzok Files podcast and the Movie Trivia Schmodown and the author of the book, Why We Love Star Wars, is on board to help us out as a special guest announcer.
Whoa. You know, he is friends with that there Nolan Guthrie, who does the Mysteries and the Unknown. That's my favorite podcast.
Yeah, I know. I live with you. I know all about your crazy conspiracy theories and your obsession with cryptids, ghosts, and aliens.
Well, it's because it's all true, and you know it. Now, last thing, how can folks see this match, and how can they help out?
Okay, well, right. Well, we're not sure yet about the date and time that the match is going to come out, other than it is going to be next month sometime. Now, there's a bunch of ways people can help out. You can go to stbaldricks.org and donate directly to the foundation. We also have a page set up for the charity match fundraiser, and you can go there and donate directly to the fundraiser. And we'll include that link in the description to this video.
Right down there.
I also have 2 TeePublic stores that I run online. Between the 2 of them, I probably have about 50 different designs. One of them is set aside always for raising money for St. Baldrick's. The other one is more movie trivia face-off related stuff and funny stuff. But as of right now, all of my profits from both stores are going to be donated to St. Baldrick's.
Wow.
So you can help out there. And another way you can help out if you don't have the money to donate, and a lot of us don't, is you can post, tweet, and share the donation link. Tell your friends and family. Just help us get the word out. And if you want to get involved with St. Baldrick's, you can go to stbaldricks.org, type your hometown into the search there, and it'll tell you what events are in your area.
Well, okay. Well, all righty. That is some good stuff right there, Jeff. Thanks for being on the show today, my friend.
Thanks for having me. This was a lot of fun, and thanks for letting me share my projects with your viewers.
You are welcome. Anytime. Well, that's all the show we got for you today, folks. So thanks for tuning in, and until next time, y'all have a glorious day.
But I know I got one thing I got to do. Ramble on. Now's the time is now. Sing my song. Round the world, I gotta find my girl.
You know, that really went a lot better than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, I really didn't know how that was going to turn out. I was kind of expecting a train wreck.
Yeah. Well, hey, I got a question for you. There was this feller that called the other day calling himself Scribbler.
He's going to be our new roommate.
What? Say what now?